Cost of doing business. We're finally going for our first drive in the 2007 WRX. I love this car, but man, it hates me. All right, little update on this car. We were getting it tuned, FP green, ID 1050 injectors, AEM 340 pump, and we were getting it E-tuned, and it blew up. We put a brand new Type RA block in it. We have about 57 miles on it. See, I need to get rid of that fucking sensor. So this feedback knock sensor is driving me insane. Because every time I see that feedback knock go, I mean, negative 1.4 is not bad, but I've seen as high as negative 5 and negative 7 once, and that is, that's disconcerting. Disconcerting? That's concerning. Car seems to be running great though. Negative 2. It's when we're under very light throttle, which everything that I've read is normal. Like, as long as you don't have feedback knock under heavy throttle, full throttle, which we have not even been full throttle in this yet, that shouldn't be a problem. Our dam stays steady at 1. There's so much work that needs to be done to this car. Pretty much everything needs to be redone. We did a lot of learning on this car. We learned how to wrap. Put the turbo on ourselves, put the injectors in ourselves. We did everything ourselves until the motor blew, and then I called it quits and hired a professional. So we got our heads all redone, brand new Type RA block. All right, so here she is, 07 WRX, probably the world's biggest pile of shit. Bought this car for $7,500 and have since put about double into it probably. Just one of those things where things escalated. It looks great from like this far away, but once you get up close, it's got a lot of things we need to go over. If you guys want to look at, this is our brand new Cybin carbon fiber hood that flew up and completely destroyed itself probably about a week into having it, so that was good. All the wrap is coming up in different spots, so we need to redo all that. But as long as it doesn't blow up, need to sell this car. Probably should have quit once the engine blew up, just parted everything out and moved forward, but I didn't want to give up on it. So I didn't. All right, let's go for let's keep driving this thing. We need to put about another 150 miles on it, and then we can get it tuned, and then we'll really get to see whether or not this thing makes any jam. I'm hoping for 365 horsepower. Originally our goal was 500, but oh, I didn't even tell you guys. So we did find out something very interesting when we tore apart this motor. This motor was supposed to have manley rods, pistons, stock crank. It was supposed to be built. As we tore apart the motor, we found out that it had all eBay parts in it. So it was definitely not built. I got scammed a little bit. Now there were signs. This kid had sold me this car. I bought this car in like 2019 or something like that. And this kid had sold me this car, and he was telling me the motor was built, it had all these things, it was rock solid. And I'm like, why would you build a motor to hold 400, 500, 600 horsepower and then run a stock turbo, stock pump, stock injectors? Like, that does not defeat the purpose. Well, that's why, because it wasn't built. But I don't know why he would tell me it was built when it wasn't. I don't know what he got out of that. I mean, I didn't like pay a ton extra for the car because the motor was built. I pretty much paid standard working WRX prices at the time. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. But needless to say, I wish I would have known, because I probably would have never started this project. I would have never started this project, started putting money into this car, if I didn't think that the motor was built. So I don't know what the lesson is there. I mean, you take people at their word, but unless he got scammed, you know, unless he sent it to an engine builder and they put eBay parts in it and charged him for all of the expensive parts, who knows? Very possible. I'm gonna drive this thing around a little bit, try to get some miles on it. The sooner we can get miles on it, the sooner we can get it tuned, and then once it gets off the dyno, we can at least know what we're dealing with. It's driving good, it sounds good. We will see what happens.